All right, you should all have your yellow packet out in front of you, and if at the top it says reflection of the x-axis. So your drawing already has the original figure, but we're going to go through and label our points. So point A, if you go over 1, you have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to put a point there, and that's A. So we would label that 1, 6. Yes, you need to be labeling this with me. Okay, then we're going to go to B. So B, you go over 1, 2, 3, and then you go up 1, 2, 3 again. So B should be labeled 3, 3. And C, we have at negative 1, 2, 3 up 2. So negative 3, 2. That should be point C. You should also have your notes out, and on your notes, the rule for the reflection of the x-axis is our x is going to stay the same, but our y is going to become opposite. Okay? Again, some of you like to draw the points on and then identify them, which is fine. I like to identify the points and then graph it, so that's what I'm going to do first. So if I am writing out my new point for point A, A prime, my x is going to stay the same, 1. My y is going to become opposite, negative 6. My B point, my x is going to stay the same, 3, and my y is going to become opposite. And my C point, my x is going to stay the same, negative 3, and my y will become opposite, negative 2. Now that I've identified the points, I'm going to graph them. So I'm going to go over 1, I'm going to go over 1, down 6. This is A prime. B should be 3, negative 3, so I'm going to go right 3, down 3. B prime. And C will be negative 3, down 2, and I'll label that C prime. Again, you need to check, do I have the same shape? Yep. Is it the same size? Yes, so I have the correct answer. On your assignment, make sure that you write the new points, because I'm only giving you 1 point for the drawing and 3 points for your identifying the new coordinates. All right, you're going to go ahead and flip the page in your packet. So you're going to flip over 1, 2 pages. So at the top of the page, it should say reflection y-axis, and there are 2 different pictures. So your page that you should be on should look like my page up at the screen. Again, it says reflection of the y-axis, and it's the first page that says reflection of the y-axis on the top. All right, I've already gone ahead and went through and graphed it. So we still need to identify our points. You can see that there's 2 different figures on them. We are going to have to reflect over the y-axis for both figures. So our first one, I'm looking at the one up top in the first quadrant right here. All right, so we're going to go over 1, 2, and up 6. We will label that coordinate point 2, 6. Okay, then we will have B, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 4. So this will be 6, 4. And C will be 3, 1. Okay, I'm going to identify the new coordinate points first. So if I'm identifying the new coordinate points, when you're reflecting over the y-axis, our rule was opposite x, y stays the same. So my x is going to become the opposite. So if I'm graphing point A, opposite x would be negative 2, and my y would stay the same, which is 6. B, my opposite B, so negative 6, y stays the same. And C, opposite x, so negative 3, and y will stay the same. Again, use your notes, that's why we made them. Okay, so now I'm going to graph my points. -2, up 6, A prime. -6, up 4, B prime. And -3, up 1, C prime. Again, my figure looks the same size, same shape, it's just reflected over the y-axis. Okay, now the figure down at the bottom. Again, we need to identify the original coordinate points. So for point A, I have to go left 2, down 6, so it's going to be -2, -6. B will be left 3, down 2, so -3, -2. And C will be 0, down 3, so 0, -3. Okay, I'm going to write my new points over here. A prime. Again, my opposite x, y stays the same. So opposite of -2 would be a +2, and my y stays the same. B prime. Opposite x, so -3, the opposite would be +3. My y stays the same. C prime, my x is opposite. The opposite of a 0 is still 0. And then my y stays the same. Now I can go through and graph my points. I'm going to go right 2, down 6. This is A prime. Then I'm going to go right 3, down 2. That is my B prime. And then I will go to 0, -3, and C actually stays the same. So that is C prime again. And you can see it's reflected over the y-axis, and it actually kind of makes a little bow. On your homework assignment, yes, you do need to draw it. Yes, you do need to identify the new points. Again, the drawing is only worth 1, and the points are worth 1 point each. If you have any questions, this is posted on Google Classroom, so you can go ahead and log on in your own time, or if you want to ask to grab a computer to pause it and rewatch it, you may do that as well.